Ladies and gentlemen, every single week we're looking at new leaks and rumors and speculations about the next generation of a Nintendo console. What will the Switch 2, Switch Pro, or Super Nintendo Switch look like? What will it play like? We are always reading what other people have to say, but I never make my own speculations. So in this video, I thought it would be fun to try to predict the Switch 2 launch games. Let's get right into it. Yeah, like I said, almost every other day we're reading a new Switch 2 leak, trying to figure out what's going on with this console. But I never stop to think, what do I think? What do I predict? So we're just going to go over some games that I think would be possible to launch on the Switch 2, like on day one. Before we get started, down below is the link to my Twitch. Come and hang out with the community. We're playing some Tears of the Kingdom over there and just having a lot of fun. I'd love to see you guys over there. Let's go ahead and get right into this video. So would it even be a Nintendo console without a Mario game? And the crazy thing is, the Switch didn't launch with Super Mario Odyssey, but it was in the launch window. This year and next year, we're getting so many Mario games and Mario adjacent games. I kind of feel like it would be Mario overload to launch a Switch 2 with a Mario game, but if they were going to launch it with a Mario game, it would have to be a 3D Mario game. And my predictions would be either Super Mario Odyssey 2, which would be the perfect follow-up to Super Mario Odyssey. I mean, I can't find a freaking flaw in Super Mario Odyssey, so if they could make it better and just call it Super Mario Odyssey 2, I think it would be a smash hit. Or something that I think should be added onto, and I know I'm probably the odd one out saying this, but it's just my favorite Mario game, is Super Mario Sunshine. Super Mario 64 was legendary. It really did define 3D gaming, and to get such a big hit and to just flip it on its head and say, you know what, we're gonna add a jetpack to Mario's back. We got this weird console called the GameCube, and we're just gonna switch it all up. And for it to work the way that it did, I don't think people seen how big of a risk that actually was, but I would absolutely love a Super Mario Sunshine 2. I freaking love that game. And I don't know, I think we definitely do need a 3D Mario game because it's time for a new adventure, and seeing what Bowser's Fury was able to do was very impressive and it's very promising. So yeah, if we get a Mario game launch day, it would have to be one of these two. At least that's what I would hope for. So recently there was news that Activision was talking directly to Nintendo about the Switch 2 and learning about the hardware and the limitations. And pretty much what they're saying is that it has the power of a PS4 or PS4 Pro, which is fantastic. I mean, that's perfectly fine for a handheld console. And I'm assuming that they're talking to Activision because it's time to have Call of Duty on a Nintendo console again. If we did have something on the Switch, it would be like the mobile version of Warzone, but I would just wait until the next Nintendo console. I think that would be amazing. They're like, hey, day one, you can download Warzone on this new Nintendo console. And I know some of you guys may think it's not that big of a deal, but Call of Duty is massive. It's a worldwide game that a lot of people enjoy. And yeah, I hate that I can't play it on my Switch because I do enjoy playing it, but I don't like how I have to go from each console to play each kind of game. We've also seen another leak about the Switch 2 being shown off at Gamescom, and it was shown with an upscaled version of Breath of the Wild. Yeah, upscaled Switch games will definitely be a day one launch, like Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild upscaled, maybe, or an enhanced version. And piggybacking off of that, maybe a Zelda game, not a new Zelda game, but there has been rumors for a long time about a Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD package. At this point, just hold it off until the next Nintendo console. Launch day one with either one of those, or fingers crossed a bundle, which I don't think would happen, but yeah, day one, upscaled versions of the Zelda games on the Switch, and piggybacking off of that, some older Zelda games, maybe some stuff from the GameCube. It already would look amazing on the OLED. Imagine the next Nintendo console, how impressive it would look. And Twilight Princess, I mean, this is a Zelda game that newer generations need to enjoy it. We also need a brand new IP. That's kind of what Nintendo does. We had that racing game, I cannot think of it right now off the top of my head, but there was a racing game day one on the Switch. It's kind of like an F-Zero clone. I'm expecting some kind of new IP as well. I don't know what, but some kind of wacky stuff. Like we had ARMS, we had this other stuff, just some kind of weird wacky IP that Nintendo will try. Probably will inevitably fail, but it is fun to see something new. Metroid Prime 4, that would be an amazing launch game. It truly would. Will we get that? Maybe. If the Switch launches in the fall, I would assume that would be closer to a holiday release. But yeah, if that's a launch game, then that's a system seller, in my opinion. It would make a lot of people want to upgrade from the Switch to the Switch 2, but time will tell. Definitely some kind of Final Fantasy game, because that is massive in Japan, and we're going to need some kind of RPG. Final Fantasy is great. There is some rumors that this actually is a Switch 2 game, so this isn't that much of a weird speculation to have. But yeah, Final Fantasy is big over here, it's big in Japan, and I think that would be a great launch game. I truly do, because we're going to want to have games that we can play 20, 30, 40 hours, and we don't want games that are day one launch games and you beat them in 10 hours and you're like, damn, now what? So yeah, Final Fantasy makes perfect sense. Mario Kart 9, anybody? I think that would also be a system seller. Imagine them do a bundle, something they will never do, but the final waves and DLC courses of Mario Kart 8 are officially done. So yeah, it is time to at least start working on the next Mario Kart game. That or a Smash game. Probably Mario Kart first would be my guess. I think it's perfect time for that. I truly do. I think that actually would probably be my number one recommendation for the next Nintendo console, to launch with a new Mario Kart game. It kind of feels like it's supposed to be that way, you know what I mean? There's a bunch of possibilities here. Ladies and gentlemen, these are some of my predictions. Down below, let me know your predictions. My camera is about to die any second, so I'm trying to speed this up. But yeah, I would love to hear what you guys have to say. And you guys know me, if you enjoy gaming news, gaming stories, and Nintendo Switch content, then I can't remember what to say. The battery's about to die. But guys, thank you so much. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys soon with a new video. Peace out.